Hello and welcome back to the Rage Racing YouTube channel. Today we got a fun project. We're going to be building up a 117-inch CVO into a 128 S&S kit. So what I have here is a 2019 Harley-Davidson Ultra Classic CVO model. So it's got the special granite black paint on the 117-inch M-8 motor. I've already got the top end tore down, pistons are out, I got the cam chest emptied, so we are ready to start putting parts, performance parts, back into this motor. We're going to build it up and we're going to dyno tune it and see what kind of power we get. And this is some of the stuff that comes out of that S&S 128 kit. So we'll start in the back here. We got for the CVO models, we got the granite black paint on the 4 1/4 inch bore cylinders. So it's the same size as a big block Chevy. 4 1/4 inch forged pistons. Valve springs. Those valve springs are made to tame this S&S 550 lift cam, so 550 thousandths lift. Of course, aftermarket cam plate, oil pump, lifters, and all the other associated stuff that goes with the motor. For example, piston rings, head gaskets, that sort of stuff. Also with this build, to help air get into the motor, we're going to go with a larger aftermarket air cleaner and a 64 millimeter Screaming Eagle throttle body and the 5.5 gram per second injectors to get the exhaust out of the motor. The customer already has a set of the S&S head pipes, I think the power chamber head pipes, and a 4.5 inch exhaust system. When I do a project like this, one of the first things I like to do is just get everything cleaned. I'll scrape all the gaskets, clean up all the oil, I'll put everything into the solvent tank. Some things go into to the sink with soap and water, and everything gets rinsed and blown dried. That way, when I go to reassemble the engine, all I'm doing is just reassembling parts. I don't have to stop to clean or scrape and everything else. So I'll do all the dirty work first, and then engine assembly can stay perfectly clean. So the last thing I need to do to kind of prep all my parts is to install the valve springs into the cylinder heads. So the S&S 128 kit comes with valve springs, new seals, locks, and retainers. So I'm going to do that real quick, and after that we can actually start doing some reassembly. So to do these springs, there is a tool that allows you to do these springs while the cylinder head is still on the engine. But since everything's coming apart, or came apart anyways, to do the kit, we'll do everything on the bench here. So we take our, let's see, zoom out a little bit, take our valve spring compressor, and it's got the special end on it for doing the tiny little M8 valve springs. And you just put that over the end of the retainer. On this end, there's a screw that's going to go right into the valve. There's actually a little kind of a divot in the center of the valve that lines everything up for you. So I know, okay, it's hard to see that. Once I get it there, I'll show you what's going on here. So there we go. All right. So there is the valve spring compressor on that end of the valve spring, and under here on the valve. So then we just crank on this screw here to compress the valve spring. I can get a good angle on that so you can kind of see what's going on. Maybe like that? I don't know. and that releases the locks. So you need to just squeeze just enough to get access to the locks. You can see them there. The locks are right there at the tip of the valve, holding the retainer in. Right now they're just kind of sitting there. I just take a little magnet and pops them right off. Sometimes you gotta work with them a little bit, but these just come right off. So let me zoom back out. Then I'll release the spring tension. Take the tool off, and as you can see the valve spring at that point just falls right out with its retainer. So we're going to set that stuff aside, and we're going to pop the valve out this way. There you go. And now remaining in the head is the seal right there. So I usually just take a pair of channel locks, and usually just little twist. They usually come out fairly easily. Let's see how this one does. Oh yeah, it's coming right out. And there you go. And then there's the seal right there. Set that aside. All right, I'll set that aside back there. And probably don't have to sop up the oil, but I'm going to clean up the oil that's in here. Check everything out, make sure everything is good. Everything looks good. Valve seat looks good. Valve looks good. We'll just give it a little wipe down. Everything looks fine. Yeah, valve looks real good. The seat looks real good. Everything looks good. What we'll do is take some engine assembly lube. We'll smear some on the valve. I kind of put it in and spin it as I'm putting it in. May cycle it a couple times. And I'll pop it out, and where all the lube is pushed towards the bottom, I'll wipe off that excess just so it doesn't get pulled into the engine and burned. It won't hurt nothing, it'll just smoke for a while. Put the valve in. I usually put a paper towel on top of the valve to kind of hold it up as I put the new seal on. So grab a seal from the package, lube it up, lube this up. And just be very, very careful when I press the seal, kind of work it easily over those grooves where the lock sits. That's it. So sometimes these are really a bugger, the new ones, to get over the guide and down all the way. So what I'll do is, if I can find it, there we go. I do have a little valve seal installer. It's a little piece of plastic that goes over there, and a few little taps with the hammer. And it's almost down. A couple more taps. All right. And it should be good. And the valve spring is going to push it down, and if it doesn't go down exactly all the way, once you put the pressure of that valve spring on there, it'll work its way down. But it looks like it's Looks like it's pretty good there. So, grab a new retainer. Stick it on top of the new retainer, stick it on top of the valve spring. Take our valve spring compressor, put it back on like we did before. Sometimes you kind of use a couple fingers to kind of hold things together. And let's see, just gonna make sure, there we go. Gonna make sure that the valve goes directly through the center of the retainer. And can't really do this at a good angle. You can actually really see what's going on. There we go. Twist, twist, twist. Gonna watch it. Again, you only need it to compress just enough. There we go. To get the locks in. These locks are tiny. I'm not sure I'll be able to get it on camera or not. But they're kind of hard to. There we go. These valve locks are tiny. They're kind of hard to manipulate. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll grab a little magnet. I'll stick it to the end of the magnet, and make sure you line up the grooves. There's 3 grooves, and then there you go. Just that easy. It's not too tough at all. Grab another one. Stick it on. There you go, it's on. Then I'll continue pinching with my fingers on those locks to make sure they don't move. Then I'll release the pressure on the valve spring. There's not a lot of tension on these little valve springs. I can actually turn the screw with my hand without the lever. And there we go. Take the tool off, and oops, that one's done. Pretty easy. There we go. Now just to do, I guess 7 more.